Go get it, Joe. First place with 3-minute gap.
3 seconds. Joe Wilson, Smyrna, Georgia. All right, Joe, digging it all the way through. 48 years young.
Joe! Yay! Somebody just won their age group. I don't know. It was tough.
4 and 13, that 17 seconds gap from Smyrna, Georgia. Joe Wilson going 4:36.56. Are you shake or bake?
What is up, YouTube? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new to the channel, I am Joe Wilson, just your average dumb triathlete trying to make videos related to triathlon, whether it's swimming, biking, running, fun, all those cool things right here on this channel. And guys, this video is my race report. And I got this, one of these, this is what they give you for finishing. 70.3, 70.5 in Chattanooga, because it's 1.4 mile swim. 56-ish, it's a little more than 56, and 13.1 miles run. And I also got this guy. That's right, first place, baby. Wasn't easy, not gonna lie. And if we're really not lying, that would have got me 5th place in the 50 to 54 age group. Yeah, let me just say I got lucky. I've done this race 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, and 23. And this race was probably the most strategic for me to get on the podium. So this is how it went down. All right. It's Chattanooga, got up there on Friday. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all the details, but I saw a lot of people. The energy is incredible. I don't know if you've ever done this race or you're looking to do this race, but you gotta get on the Facebook group. There's a lot of great people on there, a lot of knowledge. We have fun with the race, a lot of good people on that race. And I feed off the energy. I love meeting people off the Facebook group. I love being around people during the race weekend, just getting to meet people. Everybody's got a story, myself included, and I love to hear them. So if I met you this weekend, man, you made my day. I'm not gonna lie, you guys made my day. And that really, what's the word I'm looking for? That really flowed over into the race, because when I'm racing, I'm hearing my name and that's pumping me up. It's kind of like the big crowd in, a stadium, you're playing football or whatever. But I thank you guys so much for the energy. I really appreciate it. So let me get back to the race. All right. So the way this race is, it's a river swim, 56 mile bike ride in Georgia, and then you run around the river walk and around the wooden bridges, another bridge. Yeah, 2 bridges, and you finish right down by the river. So Sunday morning, get up super early, do my thing, eat, drink, poop, get down way too early. I get down there and everybody's already in transition. It's exciting. They put you on a bus you down to the rowing center, and I see a bunch of people and that I know, and some people know me, and then I'm just hearing my name. So I'm pretty excited and push myself. I'm not the best swimmer. You guys know that. I suck at swimming, but I kind of pushed myself up near the front, maybe the first 100 people to get in to the swim, because it kind of makes a difference on the bike. And so I'm getting line. Female pros go off first. My friend Grace Alexander did pretty good. She got 11th. I'm sure she's wishing she would have got first, but she did great. I'm proud of her. And then the amateurs start off and start seeing people jump in. And this is my first race of the season, so I know there's going to be some issues. I don't care how many times I race. The first race of the season is a little dicey. I'm sure I'm going to make some mistakes or whatnot here and there. So I'm a little nervous. And I finally get up there, see people jumping in. My turn. I'm up there with my friend Matt Trick. I know he's going to take off. Sure enough, he jumps in right before me. I try to get on his feet. He's gone. And then first mistake of the day. goggles filled up a little bit. I knew they would. I don't know why I went in with these goggles, but whatever. Rolled over or stopped for a second, pulled them up, put them back down, pushed them back in, started swimming. And then I look over and I see this big arm, this big gallop of an arm, it's just like, whew. And I look over and it's a friend of mine, Bill Dabney, and I'm like, oh, well, Bill swam in college at Georgia a long time ago before they even had pools, but he swam at Georgia. And so I'm like, let me get over there and get on his feet. And by golly, I was kind of staying with him the most of the swim. So I felt really good. And then I lost him obviously in the last couple 100 yards. And I'm swimming, this left arm, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but this left arm wants me to go this way. And so I was swimming, I like to swim to the left of everybody so I can see them as I'm swimming on the right. But all of a sudden I hit the wall in the river. So like there's a big wall that, the riverfront, hit the wall, had to push off that in the last 100 yards to get, to the finish or to the exit. You come around the corner and there's a little exit, you go up. So got out of the water. And when I get out of the water, it's like, it's game time, it's go time. So jump up, somebody's pulling me up, go up the steps, get on the river walk, start running down, unzip my zipper, pulling everything down, run up the boat ramp, get up to the exit or to the main road, run into transition, see some people, I'm running past them, and I'm like, all right, now this is when the race starts. And I run to my bike, and I was number 330, get to my bike, and got trying a new pair of shoes for the first time. So there was no flying mount this time. I actually put my shoes on in transition. And this is the first time I've done that, 2014. So I put my shoes on and I run. And I honestly, to looking back at it, I don't think I lost that many seconds. Maybe 5, 6. I ran out, jumped on the bike, started going. And it was a beautiful day. So it was like 60 degrees at the start of the bike. We head out. They've put some new pavement on St. Elmo, which was amazing. So the bike just felt fast. And I'm going, and there's a guy, comes around me, and I'm marking him, keep it 12 meters back. He's pulling through, and we're flying. And then I go around him, and I didn't really have anybody else to work with going out. But I felt great, so I just kept my head down and pushing through. And I get to Andrews, and I'm averaging 25.2 miles an hour. I'm like, yes. And I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna do a 2:15, which I kind of thought I could. I thought I could do a 2:15. The bike felt great. Go up Andrews, put up about 750 watts, get to the bottom of Andrews, and I turned left. And I realized why I had been going 25.2 miles an hour. There was a almost 10 mile an hour headwind going south. And so when I turned around to go back north, the headwind was just straight in my face. And I'm like, oh my God. And there was one guy I was trying to catch up to. He was in the 50 to 54 age group, my buddy Jade. And he just kind of walked away from me. And so I'm in no man's land for the last 20 minutes. There was nobody in front of me, nobody behind me. I'm just out there by myself, nothing to block the wind. And so my average pace went from 25.2 to when I got back into town, I think I ended 23.4. So I probably averaged like 21 miles an hour on the back half of that race. And yeah, the one good thing about the wind was it dried my tears as I was crying, watching my average pace continue to drop. So that's something I got to work on. This summer, got to hit the bike hard. I don't know where my fitness went, but it's not with me right now. My bike is currently in timeout. Anyway, come off, and I knew I'd pushed so hard on the last 20 miles when I came off the bike. put my bike down. I start running, and I'm like, if you stride out right now, you're going to have some massive cramps. And I was like, short choppies, you got the Nikes on, just bounce for the next 13 miles. And so come out transition, I go up the hill, up onto the Amacola Highway, and my buddy Delton was there, and he's gonna be my spotter last Sunday, and so he tells me, "Hey, you're in first place by 2 minutes and 8 seconds," and I'm like, "What? There is no way." I mean, I had a decent swim, the bike was horrible, but you know what? I'm like, okay. And so I ran, and I've done this race so many times. You got to take that first loop easy. If you take that first loop hard, you'll pay for it on the second loop. So I take that first loop pretty easy. I had some guys ahead of me, and I'm like, I know I can outrun these guys, but I'll let them go. And I ran probably like 50 yards behind them for the first lap until we get to the veterans. And then I go over to the veterans, come back around to the second, go over to the Walnut Bridge, start the second loop, and my friend is there, and he's like, "Hey, now you've got a 3-minute lead over second place." And I'm like, "Hey, even better." I'm like, "Yeah, this is," and I'm running, 650s, 7-minute miles. And I go over the highway, get back on the Riverwalk, and this time I see my female friend, Devin Dabney, and she is a beast. She got second place. Good job, Devin. Overall, she won her age group by a lot. She probably could be a professional, triathlete if she wanted to, but she has other things going on right now. Anyway, so I see her, and I was like, I can't let her beat me. And so I picked it up a little bit. And, but by now, it's mile 9, and I know I got a 3-minute lead, and my pace hadn't slowed down. So I'm like, why suffer? Why suffer? So I'm running, get to mile 9, get to mile 10, and there was a guy that I normally race against that was out there, and he was also giving me updates, and he always beats me. I've never beaten this guy. And sometimes I can usually outbike him, he can outrun me, and the X factor is always him. He will normally beat me. He's beaten me every time we've raced this race by 4 or 5 minutes. Anyway, so I see him, and he's like, "Hey," at the bottom of the hill, there's a hill coming out of Battery. He says, "Hey, take it on in, man. You got the age group win." And I'm like, all right. So I get to the top of the hill. I'm still running pretty hard because I do have time goals. All of a sudden, he comes running up to me on his bike, and he says, "Someone just crossed the mat. They're down 14 seconds from you. You've got to go right now." And I'm like, the mind went from, hey, I can coast the rest of these last 3 miles, to you've got to turn it on. And so I picked it up, started running as hard as I could. I mean, my pace dropped like 30 seconds per mile, and I ran over veterans, got on the North Shore, and everybody's having, fun, cheering me on, and I am just like in a full-on sprint. I mean, you see the video at the beginning of this video, and it's just like a full-on sprint. I get to the Walnut Bridge, and I'm like going as hard as I can. I'm like, I do not want to get second place. You've been in first place all morning long. Get to the top of the bridge, and I see my buddy, and he says, "Hey, yeah, you got 3-minute lead." But my coach, who had pulled out of the race, says, "You're down by 3 seconds now." And I'm like, And so I know the last mile of the course. I circle around the bridge, start going down, and I'm just like full gas, running a sub 6-minute mile pace, run through the finish line as hard as I could, and I won. Well, so here's what happened. I put 20 seconds on the guy in the last mile. I don't think he had a spotter. I got lucky, but I got first place. I'll take it for the first race of the season. So that's how it went down. Sometimes you're lucky, and sometimes you're unlucky. And I will say last Sunday, I was very lucky. 5th place. I was 67th overall. Maybe Father Time is starting to catch up to me. I don't know. I mean, I've been 7th here. I've been, top 15. I've gone 420, 421. And I thought I was in great shape. I mean, I've had some amazing runs, but slower on the bike. I went 225 on the bike, which was 5th in the age group. I've been 1st in the age group before. And then I was 3rd on the run. I've been 1st on the run before. But my swim was pretty good. I won't lie. I won't, I'll take it. I was, I think, 25th. That's better for me. So I'm happy with the swim, but I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do this summer. Augusta is kind of my big race. And yeah, so, well, anyway, that's it. I had a great time at the award ceremony. Me and my mullet wig, I don't think the announcer really cared too much for me, but you know what? I'm out here having fun. And I hope that's what you guys are too. And I'm hoping I'm entertaining somebody, somewhere, somehow. You guys are enjoying my videos. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. Listen to me ramble on my race report. So don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, do all the cool things that they do on YouTube. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Oh, but before I go, Boulder is on June 10th. That's my next big race. Let's go.
4:13, that 17 seconds gap from Smyrna, Georgia. Joe Wilson going 4:36.56. Are you shake or bake? I don't know which one. Was Joe the one reported to be hanging out at Bike Aid 2 guzzling the Red Bulls? Was that the one they were talking about?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Look at there.
Joe, with all that energy, I think you could have run under 130 there. Come on now. Yeah, okay, let's go. All right. Now, well done. Well done. Just kidding.